example that you can lose everything and still end up with more than you ever imagined. Yes. Hello, everybody. I'm Payalh Agarwwal, and I'm here to share my journey of 26 years of entrepreneurship today. How? Where did it all start? So this all started by restarting with a zero, being a divorcee, no degree, and not even understanding what depreciation actually meant. Yes, our lives does depreciate. And if you thought depreciation was only for vehicles, hold on to the thought. I will complete it towards the end. But what happened? Here I am today, running my business, paying my bills, negotiating deals in India and abroad. So when I underwent a divorce, the society made me feel as if I had failed. Yes, failed in the final semester of my life. It was an exam, and I was told, you failed, girl. So reappear in the next lifetime. But no, no, no. I chose to reappear in this life again and again. So what did I do? So I was standing there with no degree, alone, no support, no companion, loads of responsibility and expectations. But we don't fail when we lose a relationship or lose a business opportunity. We fail when we decide we are not going to get up again in life. And I chose no. So I had two choices. Either I break down or I break the limits. But when life has given you a choice, there is lots to break. We can break the stereotypes. We can break many people's disbelief in us. So why should I break down? I chose to break the limits. Degree. Yes, a very, very important word. And the world loves degree. But does the degree love you back? Interesting, isn't it? So when I am always asked, where is your degree? The first instinct says, it's at home watching Netflix. Or I want to ask them, what do you want to do with my degree? But instead, I choose to quietly just ignore the question. A degree teaches us about formulas, but life teaches us facts. A degree teaches us case studies, but life teaches us crisis management. Degree teaches us strategic planning, but life, it'll teach you survival instincts. And trust me on this, survival instincts has given birth to more entrepreneurs than strategic planning. Now, but there is a different kind of an MBA. There is a real life MBA. There are different modules. I had to survive. So I picked up different modules from the real life. My first module was negotiation. Every day in life, we are negotiating. From the morning when we wake up, we negotiate with our mind. We negotiate with the people around us. We negotiate with the situations. And that was the first module where I decided I'm going to make my life not good, but great. There comes the second module. The biggest asset of today, time. Yes, we all know that when we have more people with us, we share the load. But as an individual, as a mother, as an entrepreneur, with so many responsibilities, and we have to multitask. So what do we need most? We need to manage our time. So here was the next module of life that I needed to learn. Comes the third module, me. Yes, we all talk about self-love. It was about my self-worth. But actually, you know what? Sometimes we take ourselves not so serious, but we think the world takes me seriously. We are so concerned. How am I looking? What will be the others thinking? But trust me, here I walk out of this room, nobody even remembers who I was and what did I wear. So don't let the world feel that, okay, you're very important for them. Become important for yourself. It's about your self-worth. I decided to write my own eulogy. I will decide who will cry when I die. I don't need the world to just be there and gossiping, but there'll be few people who will definitely be crying and they will be shedding tears of love. Comes the last degree. It's all about money, honey. At the end of the day, if there's no money, there's no honey. So, the most important lesson as an entrepreneur, as a homemaker, or anybody, a student as well, the most important thing to manage is finance. And in a business, you're your own entrepreneur, you're your own CEO, you are your own peon, and you're the one who's packaging stuff also. But for everything, you need to learn how to manage the finance. So don't take the real life MBA casually. It's a very, very important degree of life. When a man decides to start a business, people ask him, "What's your plan?" When a woman decides to start a business, they ask her, "Do you have the permission to do that?" And when a single mother decides to start a business, they ask, "Are you sure?" God damn, I'm sure. I'm very sure. I was never so sure in my life about doing anything else but to do business, survive, and take care of my family. So, we need to be sure. Nobody else needs to be sure about what we are doing. And who said we need permission? We don't need permission. We need opportunities. And we have the power to convert that opportunity into a possibility. Now, it is not around us. Everything that happens in the world is in our brain. So what is happening and what is not happening, it all starts here. Someone will come and tell you, "Aren't you starting late?" Somebody else will come and ask, "Do you have the resources for the same?" Somebody else will ask, "Do you have the team?" But nobody will come and say, "Don't worry, till you arrange this all, I'm going to pay your bills." So whose voice matters? Amongst all the loud noise and the clutter around, the only tiny little voice that matters is mine. So treat yourself the most important and listen to the voice within. That's what we have to do. So that little voice, well, the world is saying, "Maybe you can't." My voice saying, "Maybe I can," was enough. So that is what starts. It starts from within. Now, I spoke about depreciation. I also spoke about car. I love driving, and not only driving a four-wheeler, but I also love driving my life. And I take a lot of inspiration from a vehicle. Because when we are driving, it has multiple lessons to give us. We have all heard the saying that 200 meters at a time, and we cover 200, 2,000 kilometers. But the four wheels that align, that make the journey comfortable. Similarly, in the journey of life, there are four wheels that I needed to align. First was a challenge. Well, challenge, every situation is a challenge. Every morning we wake up with a new challenge. What do I need to do? I need to just make sure you're just another one. I will see, this too shall pass. In that situation, all I need is the courage. Remember the tiny little voice inside? That tiny little voice inside me will give me the courage to face that challenge with confidence. Because if you are confident, the others will be confident about you. If I start doubting myself, if you start doubting yourself, the world will surely doubt you. So be confident. Nobody will have the courage to doubt you. And last is the consistency. Starting is okay. Being courageous, being confident is good. But it needs to be consistent. It cannot be, "Aaj, I listened to a very nice motivational speech. I'm very confident. I'm all charged up to do something." No. Every day is a consistent effort. This consistent effort is going to reach us where we want to reach. Now, amongst all these things in the journey of life, or in the vehicle, again, let's go back to that, there is a very important role that's played by the stepney of the car. If you're going on a journey and you know that your wheels are working well, but you forgot to check if your stepney was working, and here you go, few kilometers, and you see, wow, one of the tires punctured. My confidence is low today. So what do I do? That is the moment, get out your stepney. What's that stepney? That stepney is choice. Yes, choice is what will make sure all the four wheels are aligned. I need to face the challenge or run from it is my choice. I need to feel courageous or feel scared. It's my choice. I need to be confident or just make sure I wait for validation. My choice again. And consistency definitely is my choice. So, as a divorcee, I did not choose to fail. Instead, I chose to meet the strongest version of myself. I wanted to test and know what am I capable of. With no degree, again I made a choice. I said, I will not let one piece of paper decide my destiny. So it's all about the choice that we make in life. And with the right choice, the society will always accept you. The degree will never define you. And the stereotypes will not cage you. And that is when you make the right choice, you're not limited. In life, the only mantra that you should follow and you should become is be limitless. Thank you, everybody.